How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while and give him a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was December 21st, 2021. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was the Gun Club, which are Austin and Colton Gunn versus the Nightmare Family, which are Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Gun Club went over because Austin Gunn pinned Brock Anderson with a small package. Match 2, it was Abaddon versus Charlotte Renegade. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Abaddon went over with the leg hook DDT. Match 3, it was Eddie Kingston versus Colin Delaney. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Eddie Kingston went over with the DDT. Match 4, it was Penelope Ford versus Willow Nightingale. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Penelope Ford went over with the Muda Lock. Match 5, it was Brandy Rhodes versus Robin Renegade. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Brandy Rhodes went over with the stretch mark. Match 6, it was Jora Joel versus Julius Coleman. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Jora Joel went over with the bicycle kick. Match 7, it was Isaiah Cassidy versus Carly Bravo. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Isaiah Cassidy went over with the diving cutter. Match 8, it was Kiera Hogan versus Shalance Royale. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Kiera Hogan went over with the roundhouse kick. Match 9, it was Bear Country, which are Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder versus Mike Orlando and Zach Clayton. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Bear Country went over because Bear Bronson pinned Mike Orlando by the Bear Bomb from Bear Boulder and Bear Bronson. Well, after the match, Tony Schiavone interviewed Bear Country, and Tony Schiavone was talking about how Bear Country have been on an impressive winning streak as a tag team as of late and everything, and Bear Boulder was saying that Bear Country has been on an impressive winning streak this year in AEW and everything, and Bear Boulder was also talking about how they've beaten a lot of the AEW talent in the AEW tag team division in AEW, and talked about how as Bear Country they want bigger and better competition and everything. And then the Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, came out, and Anthony Bowens had a microphone and said, "So you Winnie the Pooh looking dumbasses want competition? Well, we the Acclaimed want competition as well, because we the Acclaimed have beaten all the competition here in AEW as well. So how about next week, the Acclaimed versus Bear Country and everything?" And then Max Caster got on the microphone and was talking about the competition as well, and Max Caster was also saying, and also Bear Country, next week when when the Acclaimed beat your asses all on AEW Dark, not only am I gonna kick your ass, but I'm gonna diss all over you too, and everything. And then Anthony Bowens, while he was cutting his promo, was talking about how saying everyone loves the Acclaimed and everything. And after the Acclaimed were talking their shit, Bear Bronson was getting ready to speak in the microphone, but dropped the microphone instead. And then, so Bear Country, which are Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder, and the Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, were staring each other down and everything. That was cool. That was match 8, by the way. I know that was match 9. My apologies. Match 10, it was 10 versus Leroy Patterson. That was a great match, but the ending to it, match 10, it was 10 versus Leroy Patterson. That was a great match, but the ending to it, 10 went over with the full Nelson. Match 11, it was Red Velvet versus La Rosa Negra. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Red Velvet went over with the final slice. Match 12, it was Sean Dean versus Lucas Chase. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Sean Dean went over with the diving splash. And match 13, which was the main event, it was Matt Sydal versus Serpentico. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Matt Sydal went over with the lightning spiral. Now, besides the matches, Tony Schiavone interviewed Sonny Kiss, and Tony Schiavone was bringing up to Sonny Kiss about next week on AEW Dark. It's going to be Joey Janela versus Sonny Kiss in a no disqualification, no countouts, no disqualifications, no countouts, no rules match and everything. And Sonny Kiss was talking about how he once took Joey Janela to his limit and their match not too long ago. And Sonny Kiss was also talking about, since the match is going to be no disqualifications, no countouts, no rules, Sonny Kiss was also talking about how he was going to kick Joey Janela's ass and everything. And then Joey Janela, along with Kayla Rossi, appeared, and Joey Janela said, "Sonny girl, chillax, chill out, because next week we have our match. No disqualifications, no rules, no countouts. So let's not fight right now. You got me all next week. But I'm here to tell you right now, next week on AEW Dark, I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to leave you laying there in the middle of that ring, beaten to a pulp. And Kayla Rossi here, she's going to pick up the pieces. So see you next week, Sonny." And everything. And then Joey Janela and Kayla Rossi left while Joey Janela was laughing maniacally, and Tony Schiavone and Sonny Kiss were just looking on and everything. That was cool. And the wingmen, which are Ryan Nemeth, Peter Avalon, and Cesar Bononi, cut a promo, and Ryan Nemeth was talking about how he wanted a fire truck for Christmas and everything, and Peter Avalon was talking about how he wanted some toys as well, and then Cesar Bononi was saying, "Ryan, Peter, wingmen, how about next week Santa gives you a gift, and that gift being of us kicking the best friend's ass next week?" And Ryan Nemeth and Peter Avalon were all happy about that, and Ryan Nemeth was talking about how the wingmen were gonna kick the best friend's ass next week on AEW Dark, and how it wasn't going to be kissing under the mistletoe. It was going to be kicking their asses under the mistletoe. And Peter Avalon was saying, "So deck them halls, boys," and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Taz and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And the referees for the event were Mike Posey, Rick Knox, Paul Turner. The referees for the event were Mike Posey, Rick Knox, Paul Turner, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between the Gun Club versus the Nightmare Family. Rick Knox refereed the match between Abaddon versus Charlotte Renegade. Mike Posey refereed the match between Eddie Kingston versus Colin Delaney. Rick Knox refereed the match between Penelope Ford versus Willow Nightingale. That was Rick Knox, by the way. Paul Turner refereed the match between Brandy Rhodes versus Robin Renegade. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Jora Joel versus Julius Coleman. That was Aubrey Edwards, by the way. Paul Turner refereed the match between Isaiah Cassidy versus Carly Bravo. That was Paul Turner, by the way. Mike Posey refereed the match between Kiera Hogan versus Chalance Royale. That was Mike Posey, by the way. Paul Turner refereed the match between Bear Country versus Mike Orlando and Zach Clayton. That was Paul Turner, by the way. Paul Turner refereed the match between Paul Turner refereed the match between Tien versus Leroy Patterson. That was Paul Turner, by the way. Mike Posey refereed the match between Red Velvet versus La Rosa Negra. That was Mike Posey, by the way. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Sean Dean versus Lucas Chase. And that was Aubrey Edwards, by the way. And Paul Turner refereed the match between Matt Sydal versus Serpentico. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now, the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Holiday Bash. The match card that's been announced for it so far, it's going to be Sting, CM Punk, and Darby Allin versus The Pinnacle, which are MJF, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler. Adam Cole... Wait. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Holiday Bash, tonight. The match card that's been announced for it so far, it's going to be Sting, CM Punk, and Darby Allin versus The Pinnacle, which are MJF, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler. Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. Malachi Black versus Griff Garrison, and Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose. Not only have those matches been announced, but also what's been announced is Tony Schiavone and Britt Baker will be having a Christmas party. So, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Holiday Bash, looks like it's for tonight. Looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. Looking forward to it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark from last night, which was December 21st, 2021. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.